And now it was time for redemption. The regional final, a rematch with Villanova, a chance to avenge the season's lone defeat.
I remember sitting watching Niagara play North Carolina State in the consolation game. Bob, myself, and Fran O'Hanlon, who was a guard for Villanova, and he was talking to his girlfriend, but we overheard the conversation.
Franny had told her, shoot, we got to play these guys again. We already beat them during the season. We got to play them here in the tournament.
I remember Bob just beginning to sweat until he just couldn't handle it anymore, and he nudged him like that and said, let's go.
I think the game was over right then and there. When Bob came in the locker room, he was hot. And I said, well, not only is he going to get a bundle tonight, but a couple of those guys are going to get hurt.
Yeah, but guess what?
Yeah.
Villanova plays a 1-2-2 zone, and we had lost to them 64-62.
The only game.
The only game we'd lost. We had a meeting, Fred Handler, Larry, and myself, till the wee hours of the morning, 2 nights before the game, and we said, who's our best, really best outside shooter? And most people wouldn't believe it, but it was Bob Lanier. So we put him outside in a completely unorthodox offense on the weak side and overload.
All of a sudden,
Billy Cowboy was bringing the ball down court, and I was like in front of him, and I went like this, and then I turned because it looked like he was about to shoot, so I turned to look at the hoop, and the next thing I knew, my leg came out under me.
I didn't see it. I do remember turning around and looking and watching our trainer run out to him.
And I never knew what had happened until, they told me that Chris Ford had run into my knee.
Bob was an indestructible force to us. You could just never see a picture Bob getting hurt.
I kept replaying it over and over and over in my mind, because I kept trying to think, did he do this intentionally to me, take me out of the play?
Well, I was devastated. I just felt empty. He had worked so hard, to reach that point, every day. I mean, it wasn't just that particular season. It was, you have 3 years of recruiting classes there too. 2 things really, one was just devastation for the team, and the other was, just heartache and devastation for Bob.
My gosh, here we are. If it is serious, where are we going to be? Where will we be as a team?
And Billy Cowbaugh, he was still in his uniform, and he came back out on the court, and I was still on the air, and the tears were just rolling down his cheek.
To realize, to have that ecstasy of, winning this thing and then going over the bench and find out that your main man wasn't going to be with you the next week. I know my initial thoughts, it was devastation. I just couldn't believe it. I firmly believed at that particular time we were the best team in the country. We were on such a roll. We were playing such great offensively, defensively. We were rebounding the ball. We did not have a major weakness at that particular time.
The sounds of silence.
That was the Bonnies' dressing room. It didn't feel like a win, and it sure didn't sound like a win. There was no joy, no jubilation, no rejoicing. Nothing but silence and the splatter of the shower.